It is Ryan Cameron Uncensored, Magic 107.5, 97.5, the real sound of Atlanta. And the listening event last night was quite a spectacle.
It was great. Bonnie?
Oh, I mean, no skips. Wow. I loved it.
Well, we got to tell people who we're talking to.
Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, one time in the building, the one, the only, Victoria Monét in the building. Y'all make some noise. The one, the only, the Atlanta-born Victoria Monét.
Don't keep saying that.
Why not?
It's a big deal.
She was here for like 2 days.
Dang. Hated it.
That's one of my games on my show. See, you be listening. You be knowing. How long were you in Atlanta before you moved out?
I lived here until I was 3 years old.
Okay.
So the foundation of me is here, and I moved to Sacramento.
And you still have family here, though?
I do still have family here. My family is from the South, and my dad lives here, my sister lives here, my cousins live here. So there's definitely...
Okay, all right. I'll take it back.
Okay. Yeah, I can be a peach.
Yeah, she has family roots. So let's talk about your listening event last night. I'm not going to get too deep in because I know you want to keep it elements of surprise.
Yes.
But, you know, we've seen you out, and I know there's been a little chatter that you're, I want to say this properly, fluid maybe? Or
sexually.
Yes. So are some of your songs kind of on both sides, like you're speaking to girls and guys?
Not really this time.
Okay.
I feel who I've been dating for the past, like if I'm dating anyone for the past 2.5 years, it's been mostly male. Doesn't mean I'm not open, but writing this album in this time has mostly been about male. Okay. There are like tiny moments within the album that I'm talking about female, but I love the album to be open-ended.
Yeah.
So whoever it applies to for you is who I'd like you to sing the song to. So
I definitely felt that.
Using as many pronouns and things in there, so it can be open.
Yeah.
So we went to the listening joint.
Yes.
And first of all, I don't know how much I can say.
Yeah.
But the albums, the songs that I'm hearing, you have a lot of nostalgic tunes.
Yes.
Okay. And you got one that you're singing the beginning of the Joe song. If I can't say it, just give me the cut. Okay. Can I?
She's looking around at the people.
Can I reveal a little bit? Just a little bit? Okay.
It's not cleared.
Okay.
Ray, so way to go.
But regardless,
Way to throw a little hitch in the giddy up.
Go.
a lot of nostalgic tunes.
Yes.
Why is that? With this new age of the listener right now, the younger demo, why in this golden nostalgic way?
I think that a lot of people who are growing up in music today, I feel like they're skipping over some really great timeless classic songs. And I think if I have the opportunity to bring them back to the surface, I would love to be the person to do that. I think if I'm thinking about what I'm creating, it's a mix of the past but also the future, because I'm kind of in my head astral projecting into the future as, for the success of the song, for what people will want to hear by the time the album comes out. But my past is my foundation, and what I've experienced and what I've heard, it influences me so much that it feels natural to be talking about it. It almost feels like if you're raised in the A, you might have a certain accent. So if I'm raised on a certain music, you're gonna probably hear that as I'm singing and speaking and all of that. So it's just kind of natural for me.
We're talking to Victoria Monét, and we're talking about the music that influenced you growing up.
Yeah.
Tell me, when you're walking around the house, what were people playing? What was being played? Because I want to get into that.
Yeah, I remember my mom had a great Deborah Cox moment. She had her single "How Did You Get Here," the acapella, the instrumental, the full one.
Yeah.
I used to, people used to put out the CDs or tapes with different versions on them. She was playing Uncle Luke. She was playing Michael Jackson. She was playing Mariah. She was playing Layla and Donny Hathaway. She was playing Sade.
Yeah.
Very Buju Banton. She was playing like it
was everything.
Yeah, she had a good mix of musicality, and so I think that combined with my grandma playing more Motown-based, 60s-based music, I got the timeless classics of the beginning of a really amazing, takeover for Black music, as far as Motown is concerned, and then also the younger things at the time that my mom was experiencing, because she was a young mom.
Right.
She had me at 20 years old, so I feel like she's a little bit closer to my sister sometimes than my mom. So I was happy to have her influence musically too.
So having a young mother, was that like you feel like y'all kind of grew up together?
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Because my mom was 16.
oh wow. So do you feel you feel like you guys grew up together, right?
To this day.
Yeah. I feel like that. I feel that way too. And I think about when my mom was my age, she had a 16-year-old. I'm like, oh, I can't even imagine. But we would probably be operating more on the basis of friends and trying to garner trust so that the either my son or my daughter would want to tell me certain things, and I could protect more based on information that I have.
Yeah.
So I understand my mom's approach even more now that I'm older too.
So now with the new single and people in high anticipation of your project,
Yeah.
what do you want that buzz to be?
I want it to be massive. I want it to be next level, better than I was before. I always had the goal in mind that if Jaguar 2 was my off the wall, then I want this to be my Thriller, just as far as magnitude and impact and global growth and all of that. So that's my goal and my North Star for it as well.
And you're going to the AUC, I heard.
Yes.
Too, because they've taken some of this and made it into because people know you for your choreography.
Yes.
So how does that feel to know that they're gonna what, come over here, we want to show you something.
It's beautiful. They actually don't know that I'm coming.
Oh, it's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
See, Ryan, see what you did.
But did you get the sample cleared?
Yes,
But
the
it's set
sample,
up,
the sample,
But you
sample is
ruined the
clear.
surprise.
No, they'll be there by the end.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a surprise. So I'm really excited to just pop up on them. I don't really get to do these things that often. So when I do get the opportunity, it feels really special. And it just so happens that they're the Jaguarettes. As my last project was Jaguar.
On
so there's a
brand.
lot of synchronicity there.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what they do
Okay.
to the music. Yeah.
So I've seen you talk about this a few times. I just like to get an explanation. You say since the birth of your daughter, your voice has become richer and rounder.
Yeah.
And are you enjoying that right now?
You know what? For a while, I resented my voice. I felt like I lost some elements of it that I wanted to get back. So I've actually been working really hard on it. For a second, I thought there was something wrong. So I went to see everyone from neurologists. I went to speech pathologists to ENTs, just to try and get my vocal range back. But while doing so, I just kind of accepted it and fell into creating things that would suit my voice. But this album, I feel like I've grown a lot from that space. My daughter's 5 years old now, so I've had a few years to try to earn it back and work at it. So I've been working with my vocal coach, Nick Cooper, almost daily. And working on my speech placement and all of that so that my voice can be even better than it was before pregnancy.
So you're really dedicated to. Do you think that that's going to be something that is going to be a eureka, aha moment that is going to get back to where you want it to be? Is that the goal?
Absolutely, I think it was more than just my voice. It was my spirituality and how being a Taurus. I think I hold energy right here. Are you Taurus?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think when we are going through stress, we hold a lot of energy in our throats, and sometimes we're not speaking our mind, and it can affect us. And it started to manifest for me physically with my voice. So there was a lot of things spiritually that I had to heal from and do and work on in order to even just clear and free my voice. And I think that alongside working on my vocal range with a vocal coach and making sure I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking, I'm spiritually aligned, have my meditations, cortisol is low, I'm studying Tai Chi. There's also all these modalities that have helped open up my voice. So I've been working really hard at it.
And you've been writing children's books.
Yes, I did write one children's book called Everywhere You Are. It came out last summer and it became a New York Times bestseller.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So is there another book?
I have a book in the works, yes.
Another children's book?
Another children's book, yeah.
Can we get a clue?
Yes, the title is called It's Okay to Cry.
It's okay to cry.
It's okay to cry. And I feel like it's so funny. Interestingly enough, it relates directly to my new single, Let Me, which is encouraging someone that you love to be able to share the most vulnerable moments with you so that you can love them through them. Because sometimes there's a wall up, especially with masculine energy, where they feel like you can't really share all of yourself.
When we went to break, you were talking about, the new children's book.
Yes.
when men are transparent and they talk about their feelings and they come out and say these things, a lot of men feel like, I've shared these things, why do you weaponize it? When you talk about it's safe to cry, what does that mean for men who've tried that and feel like, I tried to do that with old girl and she brought it back up first time we had an argument.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can speak for myself as a woman and say that I wouldn't do that. And there are plenty of women who wouldn't do that. So I would say to that person who's experiencing that, someone who's weaponizing their pain, is probably the wrong person. Or they have their own traumas that they need to heal from. And I'm not speaking to that. I'm only speaking to the person who needs to have that release and have a soft space to land and explore those emotions and know that someone would still be there and respect them just as much if they had a bad day or if they can't handle some pressures or they need a partner to do that with. So I'm speaking for myself. That wouldn't be something that I would do.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know. I feel like I'm ready to share now.
Yeah.
I mean, as a person who's a multi-Grammy Award winner, a person who has notoriety all around the world, you're about to embark on this tour, which we are trying to get tickets to Bruno Mars.
Hey, I got you.
I'm just saying, because you got
to get the plane ticket. I'll get the concert ticket.
No, because it's gonna be. Are you gonna be here at the show at Georgia Tech?
No, actually.
What?
Hold on, Orlando.
And that's on my birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, April 25th.
Okay, so I think you should absolutely go to that. Leon Thomas is opening for the American dates of the tour.
Okay.
And he's an incredible artist, and Bruno's incredible.
Well, let's go back to the plane
well.
ticket thing. Where we got to go to?
Europe. It's not that far.
Okay.
It's really not that far. It's probably like 6 hours from here, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to do the European dates. There's about 21 shows across 8 cities in Europe that I'll be doing, and I'll join in the summer.
Okay.
So I do want to make that clear. Like if someone buying tickets to see me in Atlanta, you will not. But if you come to Europe, I will be there, and I'll also return always to ATL for my headlining tour shows.
See, is that what I'm gonna have to catch you?
No, you're gonna come to Europe, man.
Okay, all right. Now, you say now. Look. I always take the.
How about both?
Listen. Don't play with. I'm a Sagittarius. I will hold you to this.
No, I'm very serious.
Are you
I feel
dead ass?
like I'm dead ass. I feel like it's important for us as a community to be able to see our people in these big arenas. This is not even an arena; it's a stadium tour. So you should see Leon Thomas, a black man, in a stadium. You should go see Victoria Monét, a black woman, in a stadium, and support. And I would love to have you guys. And also, when I come to Atlanta, the show is gonna go crazy.
Oh, I'm going to Europe. You should have never told me that.
I got my passport.
Yeah.
Scott Miles, let me get out of here, man.
Let's go.
And we have 3-time Grammy winner, multifaceted, / in the building.
Can I ask about one of those slashes?
Go ahead.
A professional chef?
Yeah.
How did you find time? I mean, because you're an author, a dancer, a choreographer, a singer, a mom.
And she cooks.
Professionally.
Yes.
So
yes.
what's the plans with this? Like, are we opening a restaurant?
A cooking show?
You know what? I'm open to all of that. For right now, it was something that I needed to experience to reconnect to myself. My grandma used to cook, and she passed the year I moved to LA. And I never really got to ask the questions that I would have asked had I been self-aware enough or interested enough to go in the kitchen with her and all those bonding moments. So it's kind of my way to reconnect to her, and I've always had a passion. As a tourist, we know we like to be of service to people and make people feel comfortable and welcome. So culinary school felt like a very obvious choice to me. Of course, my team was like, what do you mean you're going to culinary school and when? Right. So basically, it's just happening before people wake up. I have 4 a.m. wake ups. I know you guys can probably relate. And then I'm out of school by 11:30 a.m. and I go straight to the studio for a vocal lesson. I'm in the studio the rest of the day and night until I go home to my baby. So it's a lot of hard work, but I'm almost done. I graduate in tourist season on May 4th. Okay. And yeah, I do a series called Saucy Sundays where I'm, showing people sauce recipes every Sundays. I think that sauce is a great way to change the dynamic of any meal. You can have the same rice or same noodles, and depending on the sauce, you've got suddenly 100 new meals. So that should be a business on shelves. I'm also into the cookie business. So I have a business called Sweet Monets that I have cookies that I'll probably be taking. By the time you come to the Atlanta show, you should be able to have a food truck outside that says Sweet Monet's Cookies is the goal. So I'm taking it day by day with it.
What kind of team do you have? Because
the best.
I'm like, I went to cooking school and
you did?
Don't give me with a cheesecloth.
Hey, okay.
See?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, to be able to do all these things, how do you not let stuff fall through the cracks?
You know what? It's definitely on a tight schedule. Yeah. I think that's one reason why I just don't really have time for dating. You know, relationship right now doesn't really fit within the puzzle pieces of my schedule.
That's fair.
But it's something that I want to do eventually. So funny enough, Let Me is about being vulnerable and letting someone in, but there is no one to let in right now. I'm just speaking for my future self.
You're hyper-focused.
Yeah, for sure. It's a moment to really focus on self and build the empire that I know I'm meant to build.
I feel like people have been saying that in R&B they need to bring back like begging and
yearning, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, Ari just dropped her album.
Yeah.
And Let Me, I feel like gives that same vibes of wanting to love and yearn and be in love and making love. So
for sure.
Talk about, you know, when you're making your music and you're thinking of R&B and nostalgia, but also bringing that forward.
You know, I do feel like there was a lot of, even based on ad-libs alone, there was a lot of yearning going on in the early 90s, 2000s, that maybe today we have so much ego involved that we're all too scared to look a certain way. I think that you see the effects of that within music. You see the effects of that within the dance floor. Everyone's just standing around because everyone's they're not brave enough to be vulnerable and look crazy, quote unquote. So I think musically that comes to the fruition as well. And my goal is really just to bring back some of the vulnerabilities, even from a woman's perspective, because I think the narrative online is a lot about, you got to come get me and ask me first and pay for it. Like, you know, all of those things, which there's some validity to it, but there's also another side of it to where women can be soft as well and ask for certain things in a certain way and also yearn as well. So Let Me does a little bit of that.
So, I mean, I have two daughters, and they're grown now. But I remember when they were around your daughter's age, you know, at 5, mommy time was really a big deal.
For sure.
And once they start talking back, they don't want to hear, mommy got to go.
Right.
How do you deal with that?
It's been tough. I would say the example is having my heart on a cutting board and just chopping it into pieces and like just dividing. One part of my heart's at home, one part of my heart's is at my career, and it's just kind of spread apart. So when I get home, I feel like I'm all collected into one place, and that's one of the reasons why I wrote the book, is to kind of explain to her that even when I'm not physically present, I'm still there through my love and affection for her, and having her have something that she can read even when I'm not home and try to understand that concept little by little. But I always know that just like the sun always rises or the moon always shows up at night, I'm coming back. I'll be right back, and I always have your back, and I got you. So
does she understand that, you think?
She does. She do be having an attitude. Like if I'm gone for too long, she does not want to FaceTime. She's like, I'll see you when you get back. It's like a little bit of a punishment. So I know that I've been gone too long. But luckily for me, I have a career where I can bring her with me a lot of places. So when I go on tour, the tour is about a month and a half. I definitely can't do that long without her. It's barely a week that I can do without her. So she'll just come with me. Great. Yeah.
It is Ryan Cameron Uncensored. We're going to give a big round of applause. Victoria Monét.
One time.
Thank you for your time, and
Thank you so
I'll
much.
see you in Europe.
That's right. You pick a date because there's 8 cities. You pick which one. Let us know, and you can come through. I got your ticket already ready.
Come on.
London, here we come.
Okay, those are the last 4 shows, so that'll be great to go.
A London show, you know?
Yeah.
I go to Harrods and go to the casino.
Oh, that's what you think about?
thing at a
Oh
time.
my
No,
god!
because I'm thinking about all the stuff I have to do. Because
Right.
you know, I got a young bride. We want to do some things.
Okay. Have you ever had Dishoom out there?
The who?
It's a
Bless you.
What? The
it's
who?
a restaurant, and it's really good. It's an Indian restaurant. It's called
loves Indian food.
Dishoom. Oh, she would love this place.
Yeah.
She would love this place. So that's something that you guys should do in London.
All these recommendations. Yeah, man, I'm loving it. Here we go. I'm traveling. All right, it's magic.